welcome back to Mathematics for Grade 4. So now we are going to do some advanced tricks and tips today in mathematics. So let's start. Okay, so now we're going to learn about 5-digit numbers. So 1 more than 9999 is 10,000. So 10,000 is the smallest 5-digit number. Is that understood by most of you students? Wait. Is that understood? Now the next thing is the 6-digit numbers. Okay. The greatest 5-digit number is 99,999. And one more than it is 1 lakh. Understood? So 1 lakh is the smallest 6-digit. It is the smallest 6-digit number. Okay. Isn't that understood now by students? Okay. Okay. And now, so the 7-digit numbers. So 999999 plus 1 is called as 10 lakhs. Understood? So it is the smallest 7-digit number. And 999999 plus 1 is known as 1 crore, which is the smallest 8-digit number. So in grade 4, you will only study 8-digit numbers. You will not study bigger numbers. So this is the part 3 of mathematics for grade 4 that we are going to do. Understood? Okay. Now let's learn about the international place value system. Okay. So it is that the number system you have learned till now is known as the Indian place value system. Understood? Or the Hindu-Arabic place value system. This system was introduced in India and many Arabian countries for hundreds of years ago. We still use this system in India, but most countries of the world follow a different system. It is called the International Place Value System. In this system, the place values are the periods are ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000, 100,000, millions, 10 millions and 100 millions and so on. Understood? Okay. You already know what is rounding off. You already know that. You already know Roman numerals also. Okay. Now let's start with a new concept which is called as multiples and factors. Okay. So, a frog jumps 2 steps at a time, starting from 0, and a rabbit jumps 3 steps at a time, starting from 0. So we see that the frog jumps on the numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. So ये जो नंबर है, ये जो नंबर है 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, ये किसके टेबल में आते हैं? So these table comes in the table of 2. So these numbers are called as the multiple of 2. मतलब जो भी नंबर 2 के टेबल में आते हैं वो मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 2 है. जो भी नंबर 3 के टेबल में आते हैं वो मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 3 है. ओके ओके. सो नाउ देखो कि 42 इज अ मल्टीपल ऑफ 6 एंड 7. तो जो 6 एंड 7 है उसको अगर हम मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं तो हमें आंसर मिलता है 42. तो 6 एंड 7 है आपके फैक्टर्स. So 6 and 7 are called factors. The numbers which are multiplied are called factors. And the answer is called the multiple of that number. Is that understood by you students? Okay, so now let's see properties of multiple. Every number is a multiple of 1. Every number is a multiple of itself. The smallest multiple of a number is the number itself. Every multiple of a number is equal to or greater than the number itself. There is no largest multiple of a number as multiples are infinite. Multiples infinite होते हैं. Understood? There is no, okay. A multiple of a number is divisible by the other number. So, you can also find multiples. Understood? Okay. Okay. Now we are going to look. Wait. Now let's discover the properties of factors. So, 1 is a factor of all numbers. 1 is the smallest factor of a number. Understood? A number is a factor of itself. A number is the greatest factor of itself. A factor of a number is smaller than or equal to the number. Okay? Okay, so now let's see. Okay, this is a new concept for all of you. So look. Okay, so for example, एक number है 7. You take a number 7. तो 7 है वो कौन कौन से नंबर के टेबल में आता है? 7 ओनली 1 and 7 के टेबल में आता है ना दोस्तों. तो जो भी नंबर होते हैं जो 1 के टेबल में आते हैं और उनके खुद के टेबल में आते हैं, these numbers are called prime numbers. इन नंबर्स को कहते हैं प्राइम नंबर्स. और जो नंबर्स होते हैं वो प्राइम नहीं होते हैं, उन्हें कहते हैं कंपोजिट नंबर्स. अंडरस्टूड? प्राइम एंड कंपोजिट नंबर्स. Okay, so now let's come to know what are twin prime numbers. Okay, twin prime numbers having only one composite number between them are called twin prime numbers. For example, 3 and 5, the number 4 is the only composite number between 3 and 4. Similarly, 5, 7 and 11, 13 are also twin primes. Understood? Okay. Now, this is a very important method for you all to remember, students. Those who are watching this video right now, at the moment, instantly. Now, let's come to the trick. Okay. This method is known as the sieve of Eratosthenes. I don't know how to pronounce this word, but it is sieve of Eratosthenes. Okay. Eratosthenes, a Greek mathematician, developed a method for finding out prime numbers by removing numbers that are not prime or which are composite. The method is known as the sieve of Eratosthenes. Given below is the sieve of Eratosthenes for the first 100 numbers. So, this here is the sieve of Eratosthenes. You have to study it and research more and gain much knowledge and information about the following method. Okay. So, the circle numbers are this for example. These are the prime numbers between 1 and 100. All crossed numbers except 1 are composite numbers among the first 100 numbers. Understood? Okay, now let's see tests of divisibility. A number is said to be divisible by another number if there is no remainder left in the division process. Tests of divisibility helps us to check whether a number is divisible or not by a given number without actually dividing the number. Understood? Okay, now this is a very new concept for all of you as you are beginners. Now we are going to learn about HCF and LCM. Okay. So, first I will explain what is prime factorization. Okay. Each multiplication fact has two factors. These factors can be either prime or composite numbers. Numbers having only two factors, 1 and the number itself, are called prime numbers. A composite number has two or more multiplication facts. Okay. A composite number has two or more multiplication facts. Each composite number can be further broken into prime factors. Let us find out the prime factors of 36. Okay. So, for example, the method of writing a number as a product of only prime numbers is called prime factorization. So, prime factorization is a complete factorization because it cannot be broken down further into factors. Okay. So, prime factorization can be done in the following two ways. It can be done in the factor 3 method or in a division method. So, this is the example of a factor 3 method as you can see. Okay. मतलब देखो 54 के दो बच्चे हैं 2 and 27. 27 के भी दो बच्चे हैं 3 and 9. And for example, you can go on like this. And this is the example of a division method. This in which we have made a graph like. Understood? So these are called prime factorization. These are the methods of prime factorization. Okay. Now let's study how to find HCF. So the full form of HCF is highest common factor. Okay. You can see that the highest common factor is the greatest number among common factors. The HCF of two or more numbers is the greatest number that divides both the numbers without leaving any remainder. You can also see that if one of the factors of a number is same as the other number, then the HCF is the smaller number. For example, 15 is the factor of 45. So 15 is the HCF of 15 and 45. If there is no common factor except 1, then the HCF is 1. Such numbers are called co-prime numbers. For example, 24 and 35 are co-prime numbers. the HCF of two numbers is less than or equal to the smaller of the two numbers. Understood? So you can also find the HCF by the method of prime factorization. Okay, now let's come to the LCM, which is lowest common multiple. Okay, so now let's come to know LCM by listing out the common multiples. The lowest common multiple is set of numbers in the lowest number which is completely divisible by each number of the set. So you can list like these. This is the example as why you can list by the example when you can list the numbers. So you can also do LCM by the common division method. Okay. In the same way, you can apply the. You can also do. Okay. Now let's come to fractions, but these are more advanced things of fractions. Okay. So test for equivalence. Cross multiply to take numerator 1, denominator 1. Numerator 2, denominator 2. If numerator 1 multiplied by denominator 2 equal to numerator 2 multiplied by denominator 1, the fractions are said to be equivalent. Okay. So you can do fractions in the simplest form also. Okay. Okay. You can also multiply the. You can also do. Okay. Now let's see. So you can. Okay. The addition properties of fractions, the commutative property of addition, associative property of addition, and identity property of addition. Okay. And look. Okay. Now you can solve the word problems given on page number 15. Okay. Now let's come to multiplicative inverse. Two numbers are said to be the multiplicative inverse or MI of each other when their product is 1. To write the MI of a fraction, write the denominator of the given fraction as the numerator and the numerator as the denominator. Okay. So you know, reciprocal and multiplicative inverse is said to be the same thing. Okay. Understood? You can also divide fraction and multiply fractions. Okay. Now let's come to money. But this is kind of a new thing in money. Okay. Profit and loss. Shopkeepers buy and sell things to earn their livelihood. The money a shopkeeper spends to buy a product from a wholesale seller is called the cost price or CP of the product. When he sells this product to a customer at a certain price, it is called the selling price or SP. When the selling price is more than the cost price, the shopkeeper earns a profit or gain. When the selling price is less than the cost price, the shopkeeper incurs a loss. Okay, understood? So you can also find selling price and cost price. Okay, now let's come to a little bit of geometry. You already know what are angles and types of angles and comparison of angles. An opened and closed finger, let's come to understand. A shape or a figure that begins and ends at two different points is called an open figure. A shape or a figure that begins and ends at the same point is called a closed figure. A closed figure or a figure that does not cross itself is called as the simple closed figure. Okay, is that understood? Now let's come to circle. A circle is a simple closed figure bound by a curved line. The length of the boundary of the circle is called its circumference. It is called a circumference. Understood? Every point on the circle is at an equal distance from a fixed point inside the circle. It is called its center. वो circle का center का हिस्सा है. Here, O is at the center of the circle. The line OA shows the fixed distance between the center and the edge of the circle. O is called the radius of the circle. Understood? The line BC passing through the center and touching 2 points B and C on the edge of the circle is called a diameter. Understood? A diameter divides the circle into two equal parts. Each part is called a semicircle. Is that understood? The plural of radius is called radii. Okay, and understood? So let's say diameter equal to 2 multiplied by radius. Radius equal to 1 by 2 multiplied by diameter. This is the formula of geometry that you need to remember and always need to remember. Okay. Now let's come to a new concept which is symmetry. Understood? An object or shape is said to have a symmetry when one half of it is the mirror image of the other half. Such type of figures are called symmetrical figures. Understood? These figures can be divided into two or more parts of equal shape and size. Okay. So now I have a following activity for considering, which is an enrichment activity. So take a sheet of paper and follow the instructions. Okay. Fold along the dotted line. Draw half a star on the fold edge. Cut along the lines. Open the folded paper. The shape obtained on the other side of the folded paper is the mirror image of the half star drawn. The complete shape of the star is symmetrical. Okay. The line which divides the figure into two mirror halves, it is called the line of symmetry, which is okay, understood. So circle में कितने lines of symmetry होते हैं? A circle has infinite lines of symmetry, understood. In the same way, O, the alphabet, also has infinite lines of symmetry. Okay, now let's come to coding and decoding. Okay. Secret messages can be coded and decoded by understanding the pattern they follow. Follow the pattern to give each letter a number. So you can also write a message to your friend about in a code way. Okay. Now let's come to a new concept, which is perimeter and area. Okay. The length of the boundary of a polygon is called the perimeter of the polygon. In other words, the distance around the polygon, it is its perimeter. So a polygon is a simple it is a simple closed shape made of line segments, which you may have learnt in the previous video. Okay. So perimeter of a polygon is the sum of the lengths of and the sum of the length of sides of the polygon. Okay. So you have to plus, आपको sum निकालना है polygon का, understood? So you can find the perimeter of a rectangle by adding the length of all its four sides. In the same way, similarly, the perimeter of a square is the sum of the length of all four sides. Okay. For now, solve the word problems on page number 78 of Pearl's Unit 4 book. Okay. Take out a rough copy and write it down. Okay. Now let's come to area. Area is the amount of surface a simple closed figure covers. The area of a figure or shape is measured by the number of squares it covers. Each square is taken as a unit area. Okay. So you can find the area of a rectangle. Okay. To find the area of a rectangle, multiply the number of squares covered by the length with the number of squares covered by the breadth. Area of a rectangle equal to length multiplied by breadth. Understood? Area of a square. In a square, the length of each side is equal. So to find the area of a square, multiply the number of squares covering any two sides. Area of a square equal to side multiply by side. Okay. So now let's come to the standard unit of area. The standard unit of measuring an area depends upon the area of each unit squared covered by it. For example, if the area of each square covered by the stamps is 1 square centimeter, the area of stamp A equal to 4 square centimeters and so on. To measure small areas, squares with unit area of 1 square milliliter or 1 square centimeter. To measure bigger areas such as that of a floor or a playground, squares with unit area 1 square meter are used. To measure even larger areas like the area of a city or a state, squares with unit area 1 square kilometer are used. Understand? Because kilometer distance में use होता है. It is a unit of length and of distance. So guys, I will see you in the next video because it is almost time for the video to end. In the next video, we will bring some more exciting things for you, which will be of Vedic maths and the mathematics dictionary. So bye everyone, we'll see you in the next video. Till then, please like, subscribe, share this video with your family and friends, and do gain much knowledge by learning this video. Okay, and practice the word problems and do buy the Pearl's unit books. Okay, the disclaimer is given in this description box. Do hit the bell button to receive all notifications, and if you have any doubts, please let us know in the comment box and we will be here to help. In किसी भी वीडियो के कमेंट बॉक्स में आप अपने डाउट्स लिख सकते हो और हम आपके डाउट्स का सल्यूशन पक्का निकालेंगे. तो बाय बाय.